the first speaker today, Smarita Sengupta. She is the founder of Destiny Foundation, whose India-based mission is has its genesis since 2007. It has helped educate, employ, and empower many young women who were victim to human trafficking and have experienced exploitation and servitude. Uh, Smarita was nominated for CNN News 18's India of the Year in 2016 and was featured in Facebook's One India show on Republic TV and Femina magazine in 2018. Welcome, Smarita. The stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Priyanjali, and good morning and good evening to each of you. And I'm very pleased to be here. It's such an important issue. So, I'm in Kolkata. So, I run a non-profit and a social business which caters to the victims of child trafficking, mostly creating livelihood opportunities and their safety, security. And I don't know how to start today. I personally, maybe it will be to some extent my personal experience for last 2 weeks. And I would give you some data which I was looking into for Kolkata only, because Priyanjali, you're already talking about the larger Indian thing. So we see from the record that we have around 126,376 active cases right now. And the curve has suddenly gone up since 8th of May. And we have deceased around 14,674 for COVID-related death. And recovered cases are showing high, around 11,60,000 something. It's really high. But I don't know how much it is. Maybe you could say it's my mental blockage that when I look at the data and the experience I had for last 2 weeks, or talking to our friends, marginalized people, I have a very different picture. So I don't know how much the they're able to get the authentic ones. So this is the situation, and for and my experience, I think it would help you to get some real time, like what the people are going through during COVID crisis. We have experienced inflated ambulance rate, from which is supposed to be 700 INR to 6,000 rupees, which means 8 to 9 times high when I wanted to access ambulance. And hospital bed is still a difficulty. Even corporate connection failed. I'm talking about multinational giant. The person who, my brother-in-law, I will take that experience only. It's very fresh. And he was unable to get a proper multinational hospital. And then accessing online doctor's appointment is also not flawless or smooth. We had to use our personal connection. And then we were able to get some the doctor's suggestion. And the hospital beds are also expensive. Like we had to acquire 1 lakh rupees. If you convert to INR, USA, it will be divided by 70. So it is 1 lakh rupees deposit, which means 4 people had to swipe their ATM card to get that kind of money within 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So, which is, even if you, considering we have the money. Considering I have the money, so it has to be 4 persons, so because they don't allow you more than 20,000. So these are the, very real practical things we have seen. And when I visited hospital, I met at least, that's why I spoke about the data and the reality seems big gap in between. So I met at least 10 to 20 deceased family in a small nursing home where I spent around 24 hours or little more than that. And the crematorium I visited, I saw at least 100 dead bodies lined up. So that only 4 or 5 hours I spent. And also, I don't know if you're aware of the news that many of the family members are leaving their, the patient in the hospital and they are disappearing, because they are unable to, pay that kind of downtime money. And coming back to I'm talking about people like us who have the minimum connection network and also money to some extent. And regarding the marginalized community we work with, we are noticing huge mental trauma they are going through. Huge. And a mental trauma is really, I would highlight that in capital. One of our beneficiaries, she was affected with COVID, and we had to depend mostly on volunteer support. We had to look for. Definitely, there are some schemes available in the government. I won't say it's not there. It is there, but accessibility is zero. Accessibility is zero. They don't know. They need help from us to guide them. So this is it. And I think as a solution, what would I say? Definitely, we need a lot of tasting. Priyanjali, I think what you were trying to, highlight, that tasting is very important. If you look at the red light area, we work very closely with, they have I really don't have an answer, but how do I manage that emergency within 10 hours or 12 hours?